This week on Motorhead Garage, Brian and John get treated to a wild lineup of custom Jeeps and trucks, as well as learn how to keep an eye on your ride with your pets inside. Next on Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. We have a ton of cool stuff to show you this week. We're starting to offer some great RV products and parts and pieces, and a great RV company. This is eTrailer.com, and I have Cole from eTrailer with me. Please, been in business for 71 years. People hear E and .com, and they think, oh, this is a brand new company. Tell me the story of how your e-commerce company has been in business for 71 years.
Yeah, so we got our start as a small shop. Basically a neighborhood service station 71 years ago, and then in the 70s we transitioned to an RV parts store. And back then what we did was we helped customers find the part that they needed for their vehicle or RV by having them pull in our driveway or our parking lot, lay in under their vehicle, and finding out exactly what they needed. Okay. And we did that because it allowed us to ensure that we could find what fit the best.
Sure.
And we could ensure that things fit correctly. And we also did a lot of installations for our customers, and this allowed us to start gaining hands-on experience, as well as a lot of product knowledge with the parts that we carried.
Makes total sense. Transition into today's world, you don't have to have them pull in the driveway anymore, and you can still give your customers great education and great service, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so eTrailer.com, our company, we strive to help people with what they need, so that way they can relax and enjoy their adventure. Our focus is with towing products, trailer parts, RV accessories, and recreational supplies such as bike racks and roof racks.
Okay.
Since we got our start as a small shop, our goal is to provide that over-the-counter experience to everyone, even though it's through a website. So whether you're browsing the site, calling us up, or stopping by our location, we're going to treat you just like our neighbor.
You guys have like a crazy comprehensive site where if I'm going to look for a product, it's not just one kind of stock image. You really show everything, all-encompassing images, but mostly the video too, which you're very heavily involved in. So talk to me about the video program.
So yeah, our video is very broad. We do step-by-step installations on a lot of the products that we carry. We also do test fits, we do reviews, and we do comparisons now. And so our main goal with the videos is really just to provide the customer with all the information they need to make the decision that's going to work best for their activity, that's going to work best for their adventure.
Sure. And you brought some components here to talk about, and we have them in front of us. What am I looking at these springs over here?
Yeah, so all the components that we have laid on the table are going to do essentially the same thing. These components right here are designed to be installed on an RV. They're suspension upgrades, and what they're going to do is simply minimize sway, and they're going to help minimize driver fatigue. And they do this by improving the stability and the drivability of your RV.
This sway bar is man-sized. I mean, this is a whole bunch of good-looking steel here. Tell me about the sway bar kit.
Yeah, the sway bar is going to be an upgrade to the factory bar if you have one on your RV. And so it's made with steel. It's going to have protective finishing all over it, so it's going to last a long time. It's going to look good a long time. And what Roadmaster did with this product is they made it maintenance-free. So once it's installed, you don't ever have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about the bushings. Everything's going to be set and ready to go, and that gives peace of mind to the customer.
No, that's fantastic. You know, how do you recommend people use your website? Is it a place that they should do their end research on? Should they start their research process there? How should people use eTrailer.com?
In every way possible.
That's
to be honest with you, we believe at eTrailer that we have one of the most informative websites available. We have the best customer service representatives available, and it's our goal to provide the customer with all the knowledge, all the know-how, everything that we know about a product, we want to put in the hands of anybody that comes to our site.
It's a fantastic goal, and 71 years of business means that it's no mistake. Customer service is a big part of what you do. We actually met a couple of the eTrailer.com customers to find out exactly what they thought about the service and the components they got from the website.
eTrailer has a wide variety of items for both motorhomes and vehicles. They're willing to help you out and find what you're looking for.
I've been a customer of theirs for about 5 years, and the reason I've always gone back to them is because when I needed to get something, a lot of times I didn't know what exactly I needed or what was the better product than I was looking at. And When I found that E-Trailer was always able to help me, they knew exactly what they were because the people I talked to understood the product I was looking for, and they understood the fact that I had a motor coach or a boat trailer, and they both seemed like they were owners of those kinds of things and understood my language.
So Cole, outside of the customer service, outside of the history, there's also a portion of the website that sets eTrailer.com apart from all the rest.
Yeah, we have a fit guide at eTrailer.com. So what you can do is you can go to eTrailer.com, you can enter in your year, make, and model, and because of the research that we've done, because of our customer service representatives, because of our on-site warehouse and getting hands-on with products with our installations and everything, we've been able to compile basically the information that we found that's going to work best for your particular year, make, and model. And nobody out there is doing what we do.
eTrailer.com, a place you want to check out. They got the products you want, they got the service you need, and we're going to be back with more Motorhead Garage right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Z-Max, the one product for your engine, transmission, and fuel system. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. Exalted Coating Systems, we paint winners. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now, I can't remember having this many variations of cool trucks in the shop at one time here at Motorhead Garage, from the monstrous F350 to the Jeep to the classic F-150 sitting right here. I'm with Kevin. Kevin, tell me a little bit about Custom Trucks Unlimited.
Sure thing. At Custom Trucks Unlimited, we sell truck and SUV accessories, and we install them also. We've got stores in Alabama, Georgia, and Texas, and all of our stores are Line-X franchises as well.
Now, this is a really classy F-150. Tell me a little bit about this truck.
Well, the first thing we had to do is rip the plastic liner that came in there from the factory out and Line-X it. That's the first thing every truck owner should do. And on this truck, we actually did Line-X Extra and matched the color of the bed liner to the paint on the rocker panels of this truck. We also sprayed the bottom of the toolbox in the caribou color and left it white on top, so the toolbox matches the two-tone paint job on the truck.
Well, I'll tell you what, at my age, this truck is calling my name, no doubt about it. But you know, Brian's over with David. He's looking at the monstrous F350. That's more Brian speed.
Well, John, there's no denying that F-150 is cool, but I am here with this, which is the truck equivalent of the Incredible Hulk in a tuxedo. David from Custom Trucks Unlimited, we're talking about a brand new F-350 Power Stroke truck that is totally decked out. Walk me through what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We built this truck at the CTU of Auburn location. On this truck, we wanted to do it, we wanted to do it not over the top, but we wanted to, put a good show on for our customers. So we put a 6-inch BDS coilover system on it. It also is complemented with Fox shocks, and then it also has their new recoil ladder bar system. We did a full spring rear replacement. We also replaced the front and rear bumpers with Warren's new style bumper. Powder coated it to match the bottom two-tone color. Also has the custom light inserts as well as the custom strobe lights behind the grille. And then we just kind of kept it real clean with 40-inch tires on 22-inch wheels. On the bed, we
yes, tell me about the bed.
Kind of wanted to go with a little bit of a wow factor, so we used the Line-X spray on bed liner products. It's actually their product called Ultra. It has a top coat over the spray and product that's in the bed. It is orange in color. Given that it was done in our Auburn, Alabama store, we had to go with the orange to kind of set it off for those tailgate Saturdays.
Fantastic rig, and there's a nice little Jeep hiding behind these two big trucks. We're going to spend some time talking about that right now.
Yes.
David, as cool as that big F-350 is, this Jeep really shows off CTU's creativity and the ability for you to use a product that maybe some people don't expect you to be able to be so creative with.
Yeah, this is Line-X's newest product, Ultra. We use this Jeep TJ as our kind of our canvas, if you will. And it was fun. It was one we didn't rush. We took our time to kind of figure out how we wanted to put together this color scheme. But their product is featured all over the body as well as the fenders. We even utilized it in black to kind of tie it all together. It's on the top, it's on the interior, the wheels. I mean, just about anywhere on every surface of this Jeep is covered with Line-X Ultra. It's got a 4-inch lift. It's got kind of a classic AEV wheel, 17-inch wheel on 35s. Gives you a good kind of tire to wheel ratio for on and off-road use. This is one of my personal toys, so in my opinion, it is my favorite.
Well, it's awesome. Very well done, like the rest of the rigs we've seen, and there's still more to come. Stick around. We got more great stuff from CTU to show you.
Well, folks, just when you thought you seen it all, we have more. We got Michael with us from Custom Trucks Unlimited Texas Division.
That's right. When David and Kevin Walker called me and said that they wanted to expand and they thought that the DFW Metroplex was a good area to do it, I was glad to partner with them and do it. So we opened up our first Texas location a year ago with more to come.
Yeah, and you're doing some great things out of Texas. Tell me about this Jeep.
Well, this Jeep's a JK that we did the Line-X Extra coating on. Full body spray, and it's actually color matched to the paint code from the factory.
Wow. Yeah, you go do a lot of things in Texas, I mean, and you also do them big. So let's take a look at the big grand finale.
Absolutely.
Well, we thought we would one-up Brian with this monstrous F-250 pickup truck, but you know, Custom Trucks Unlimited puts their unique flair in every one of them. Michael, tell me about this blue, green, gold, all the color truck.
Well, one of the best things about partnering with David and Kevin in CTU when we opened up in Texas was the relationships that they have. BDS gave us a call and they said, hey, we're going to send you our first 17-inch coilover kit, but we need you to have it at a show this Friday in Texas. I said, hey, that's 5 days. So we dubbed this the 5-day Ford. We built it in 5 days, so here we are.
Yeah, and your footsteps and your bed is Line-X as well?
Absolutely. The amp steps are great for convenience, but they always seem to scratch a little bit. So a ton of our customers have us coat the steps with Line-X.
And the bed as well?
Yeah, it's the key focal point on the truck. Everybody always stops to look at the lime green Line-X.
Absolutely. Well, these trucks are incredible. Let's check in with Brian for some closing remarks.
David, we saw CTU's ability to put together great trucks today, but we also saw Line-X's ability to be a bunch of different things. Versatile, it's durable. You could use it as a styling agent like we saw in the Jeep, something to protect the bed of your truck, and basically the thing has endless uses.
Definitely. If they want to check out more of our builds, they can go to ctuusa.com, or they can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Custom Trucks Unlimited. They can also look up the local Line-X franchises if they're interested in having their vehicles coated or their beds coated. And remember, if they go to their local franchise, to ask about the new Truck Gear by Line-X products available. Remember, Line-X it.
That's it. You go to linex.com, learn all about the products, the business opportunities, and I'm looking forward to go driving over some stuff with these trucks, man.
Definitely. Let's go.
We'll be back with more Motorhead Garage right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. There are a few jobs that have the visual impact of tinting various surfaces on your car, whether we're talking about windows or lenses. Up until this point in time, for a DIY person to do the job, it was always kind of a nightmare and, well, just big pain in the backside. We met a guy who's been able to turn this type of job into something a DIY person can do. It's easy, and John's going to show you how.
Well, thanks, Brian. I'm here with John with Lux Auto Concepts. Now, John, I tinted one car, and that was the last car I ever tinted. It was a nightmare. Now, you got a solution to the tint nightmare. Tell me about Lux.
Well, you know, at Lux, we were tinting out lights for people on their vehicles, and we discovered that the technology in the automotive wrapping film is great, and there's great technology in the window tint, but there was a segment missing. There is no tint film specifically designed to conform to the curves that you find on some of today's headlights and taillights, and also give you that beautiful deep dark shine if that's what you want, or a matte shine if you have a matte wrap. So we have created a product that solves that exactly. When you buy a product from us, you're going to get a kit in the mail. So when you open the box in the garage, you'll be able to install this directly on your vehicle. This is a Charger taillight kit right here, and it's broken down right here. So inside of that kit, you'll find a microfiber cloth, a Lux shield, a squeegee, prep solution, and if you run out of the prep solution, there's a little measuring device on the side. You can just mix more isopropyl and water, and you'll have more. And these are the tints for the vehicle. Now, on this specific vehicle, there are only 4 tints needed, and we give you 5. Nice. We give you 5 because you need one piece to practice, or in case you mess up, you start with that one double piece and you have a second shot. Our kits are also all labeled, so you'll know exactly where each overlay goes on the vehicle, since a lot of these shapes look very similar.
Now, it's supposed to be real simple. Why don't you grab it, and we'll go ahead and we'll do this tail light here.
Okay.
And then we'll move to the side marker. Just walk us through the whole process and how we're going to get this done.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2 pieces that I need for this tail light over here. We've already cleaned the light, so we won't need to spray it with any of the prep spray or anything. We're going to come here and make sure that it is the correct piece. It is. You'll notice I'm not doing this like a window tinter. I'm not going to be spraying any application fluid or anything down on the light to apply this.
I see you pulling it off. What if I make a mistake?
If you make a mistake, you miss the light you're trying to go to, you just pull it off real slowly. You don't want to stretch the film out. It does stretch. That's how it conforms to the lights. But if you just pull it off slowly and go back, you'll have a second shot. The adhesive on this film has air egress technology, so you can see without using liquid, I'm able just to push the bubbles out to the edge of the film, and they're good.
So you mean if I get bubbles in it, I don't have to worry. I'm just pushing it out, it's going to come right off.
Correct. Also, tint film has a very hard time conforming to these sharp edges. Most tint kits that you find are going to be cut off, and they're going to leave you with a real shiny, untinted edge. Because this film is more like an automotive wrapping film than a tint, you're going to be able to conform to all of those edges and to any complex curves that your lights may have. So this is a good example. I got a nice crease here in this tint.
Right.
If that was window tint film, we'd be done. So I'm just going to put a little tension on it now and pull, and while I'm pulling, continue to run all the air out the side.
No liquid, no water, no spray, no squeegee, no nothing. I
Right.
mean, you're just laying it on there.
You'll just want to make sure your fingers aren't very oily. If you feel that they are, use the prep spray to spray your hands and wipe them off first. We'll just pop the trunk one more time.
Awesome. Wrap it around on the inside.
Wrap it around on the inside. And that was half the job there. We've already tinted that side.
Nice. What about our side marker? It may get a little more complex, and you said you may need a heat gun. You know, you recommend it, but show us how to do a side marker.
Because a lot of people use tire shine and this area gets heavily soiled, we are going to use heat to lock this down. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the side marker off. Of course, again, it's labeled. You'll be able to see which it is. And line it up with the edge of the body panel of the car. This overlay actually covers the entire light. So if you see, it actually goes and touches the paint all the way around the edge so that we can tuck it around the side and not end up with that shiny red edge.
Wow, just that easy.
Just that easy. And after we apply heat, you'll actually be able to read those letters that are impressed in the plastic.
Awesome.
Just like the tint film wasn't there.
Well, John, that's incredible. It's that easy. Let me tell you what, though. I saw Brian. He actually put a sticker on his laptop, and that thing had bubbles on it. It was embarrassing. So he's in the front working on it. Let's check in with him.
Well, John may want to bag on my laptop, but at least I have one that was built after the moon landing in 1969. But this is very easy. We saw those guys do the job in the back of the car, and I'm going to do this marker light up front. Made sure it was the correct application on the packaging. I'm just going to go ahead, like John told us, going to line this up with the body line. And I got a pro-looking job. Come in here, work a little air out, come around here and seal it off. So there you have it. It's literally just that easy. You follow the application guide. You can use the tools if you need them. The prep spray is all there. It's a great job. Took us a few minutes, and it gave us a nice custom look. We'll be back with more here at Motorhead Garage after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is being brought to you by Borla, the world's most winning exhaust. Car Top Cargo Carriers. Just get in the car and go. Turn 1. Quality in every turn. And by Dustless Blasting. It's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. You know, pets are an integral part of many Americans' lives, and tens of millions of Americans every week drive with their pets in the car. I am here with Karen from iMyCanine, and Karen, you've developed a solution to allow the pets to travel in the car and everybody be safe.
Absolutely. iMyCanine is, think of it as a baby monitor in your car for your pet. So when you're traveling together, either running errands on the weekend or you're on family vacation, when you step away from the vehicle, iMyCanine allows you to see, hear, talk with your pet at all times, shows you the temperature, humidity, feels like temperature, gives you push notifications if it's getting too hot in your vehicle.
That, I think, is the most critical element to talk about here is, you know, there are standards that have been developed for what is safe for a pet to be temperature-wise, and not only is this going to give you a temperature readout, it's going to tell you if something's happening in the vehicle that's unsafe for your pet.
Absolutely. We've built in that you're going to get a push notification when it gets above 85 degrees, but additionally, if for whatever reason you don't acknowledge that we've sent you that message, the program has into it that you have 4 rescue contacts. So if you don't press that within 90 seconds, your 4 rescue contacts get a text message and the GPS location that links to Google Maps or OpenStreetMaps to show you where the animal is so that your friends can rescue your pet if you can't.
That is amazing. We have Lulu Bell, the dog, here. She is incredibly active right now. You can tell she's just bouncing off the walls. Let's get Lulu Bell in our SUV so we can demonstrate how the system works.
Absolutely.
Load her up. So as Lulubelle heads over there, one of the other things to think about here when we're talking about I My Canine is the amount of working dogs there are in the country that spend time in vehicles, specifically police dogs, let's say, that are in vehicles almost every day of their lives. This is a great system that could also be very helpful there, as Karen's going to put Lulubelle in the vehicle. The system uses a modified smartphone inside your car to provide the camera and to provide the communication link between you and your pet. As we can see right now, we can actually look at the screen. We can see Lulubelle in the vehicle. The other thing we can do is we can talk to her, right?
Absolutely. So the app allows you to see your pet, and that's a video stream. Now that does eat up some gigabytes of data, but we've made the program, you can push that to the background. You'll still be able to hear, talk with your pet. You get all the push notifications of the temperature, humidity, and the alarms if the dog is in an unsafe environment. And because it's cellular, we happen to be filming here in Tennessee, but the dog can be here. You can be in Japan. You'll still see the dog. You'll still talk to the dog. You'll still know what's going on because it's a cellular connection.
Well, it's a great thing too, because a lot of people travel. They have a caregiver that's taking care of their pet, and just to be able to have that a little extra sense of security. And sometimes you just want to see your pet.
Absolutely. And sometimes because pets can only communicate with us some ways, it's the visual. So if you see your dog and the ears are droopy or its head's down, now Lulubelle, all I have to do is say her name and she pops right up because she sits in the driver's seat. I know it every time. If she doesn't pop up, even if the temperature's okay, my rear end's getting out to that car because something's going on with my dog, and she's my furry family member. Nothing's happening on my watch.
So, we're talking about cars, but also RVs. If you're camping or you're traveling somewhere and you're away from the RV for a little while, I mean, this literally is a kind of a blanket application. You can use this system in many different places.
Absolutely, because it doesn't matter. It's portable. It can go anywhere you are, whether it's your camper, your RV, your vehicle. If it's a police unit, it can go in the police unit, and then when they're done for the day, it can go into their personal SUVs, their trucks. It doesn't matter. It can go anywhere.
Well, you love pets, and millions of Americans love their pets. We thank you so much for creating a device that is literally going to save pets' lives.
Thanks. It's absolutely my pleasure. And thank you so much for allowing us to actually debut it here on Motorhead Garage.
And where do we find you on the web?
Our website is www.imyk9, so IMYK and the number 9.com.
Karen, thank you so much for coming into Motorhead Garage. That's the end of this episode. If you have a great product you'd like to showcase on Motorhead Garage, send us an email, jeff@masterstv.com, and maybe you'll find yourself here at the spacious Motorhead Garage studios. We'll see you next week.